Because as an artist, I have a natural tendency to torture myself, I enlisted my younger brother to try and make a whole comic one-shot in 24 hours, with him as the writer, and, of course, myself as the artist. I knew this would end up somewhat chaotic since these are some of my favourite animes, or mangas, and then when compared to his... well, we have some similarities, but I was very prepared to be drawing some muscly action poses and blood.
But I decided to be nice instead.
Bryce blindsided me by suggesting a comedy-based story over anything else. It seemed like he'd been thinking about a story we could make together as well.
My idea was pretty much a bunch of random events based on the premise of a desk jockey quits his job, but he doesn't know what to do next.
And from that, we planned 5 chapters, which doesn't sound like a lot, but doing that much, not knowing how long each chapter was going to be, it could get out of hand quite quickly. We ended up negotiating page count, going from 5 to 10 to a medium of 8 as the maximum per chapter. Some, of course, were shorter, and some I had to cram panels for. While we discussed the outline of what would happen, I began sketching out the characters as they emerged, beginning, of course, with our protagonist.
Meet Felix, a 28-year-old man in a dead-end desk job.
I tried to make him as depressed and beaten down as I could muster. I probably could have explored more avenues with his design rather than making him look like every basic black-haired protagonist, but we're on a time crunch. I tried to give him this more rectangular shape to his face, which is definitely lost the more rapidly I drew him, but this design was my intention. I also designed the other 2 main characters, who we'll learn about more later. With the characters and outlines completed, Bryce started on writing chapter 1 while I worked on chapter covers. They aren't really necessary, but I thought I should do something while I waited for chapter 1, so we got these little extras. I think the one I did for chapter 1 is probably the best. Gotta love the classic hang in there poster.
So pretty much I just took the plan I'd written and got writing. There weren't any techniques or strategies per se. Basically just went with what felt right. Chapter 1 is the catalyst of the story. We meet Felix as he decides he's done working at his boring whatever company and quits his job.
Bryce completed chapter 1 as I was finishing the final chapter cover, so I moved on to chapter 1 as soon as possible. I made my life easier for all future chapters by making a template of the page margin as well as a horizontal page break line, which, thank goodness I did that. Made my life so much easier down the line. Since chapter 1 was the beginning of the project, I was feeling really motivated to work on it. It was also a more manageable number of pages. When thumbnailing, I managed to fit it all into 5 pages, so with that I probably made the best art you'll see in the whole thing. My basic process when making these pages was to take the really tiny thumbnail I made in my sketchbook, make it fit the page, and use it as my sketch. I would then create all the panels and go straight into drawing. A lot of the drawings were pretty sloppy and not up to my usual standard, but we had a serious need for speed here. I still tried to make sure everything I filled looked good, like getting rid of the white specks from the paint bucket in Felix's hair. I also tried to include some semblance of detail in the clothing creases so that the art was at least passable. I also added gradients and effects when needed at the end. And, you know, these are some drawings I did. I did those drawings. That was me. I got chapter 1 done by hour 4, which, doing the math, is around 24 minutes per page. That's gotta be record-breaking for this super awesome art right here. While I was steadily working away at the chapters, Bryce took breaks from his script writing to walk around, drink water, basically anything to avoid writing, which, honestly, fine by me. I still had tons to do. It was nice to have someone working with me.
I finished the script.
Huh? Skipping a few hours, Bryce finished the script by hour 7. It made perfect sense, considering I told him to keep it short, but now I need to work on the rest of it all by myself for the next 17 hours, a gaping amount of time. And suddenly the challenge turned from how can I get this all done in 24 hours to how can I muster the willpower to get this done. I finished chapter 2 by the 7.5 hour mark. The premise was that Felix wanted to try his hand at becoming an athlete and chose pickleball, where he met Dale, whose name I literally couldn't remember. I would say something about him and call him like Daryl, Dallas, Dylan, anything that wasn't his name. So yeah, anyway, Felix plays around against Dallas, the ultimate pickleball player, narrowly losing. Daryl compliments his playing and the two become friends. By the end, Dale moves in with Felix against his will. By that point, I took a break and decided to continue the next day. Refreshed and ready to continue, I started on chapter 3. I was definitely working a lot slower, the isolation was getting to me. This chapter consisted of 8 pages, the longest so far, meeting the limit. Definitely had to break my max 9 panels rule.
It follows Dale and Felix as they take on an exterminator job in the sewer together.
Which, in hindsight, doesn't make a lot of sense considering the sewer is the realm of the pest.
In the sewer, they run into the completer of their trio, normal man turned mutant, John.
We also get some Dallas character development in this chapter, courtesy of Bryce's awesome writing.
It makes up for my terrible writing Bethany didn't remove earlier in the chapter.
Since they were in a sewer, I added grey to the panels to make it look like they're in the dark. Making a monster design was definitely out of my comfort zone, which I'm sure you can tell considering he looks, yeah, he was meant to be like part cockroach, part human, part rat, like a human mixed with sewer pests, you know, but he's pretty goofy looking.
It suits the tone of the story.
Yeah, let's say that. I also intended to have Felix holding a net in the thumbnails until Bryce told me he was actually meant to have a machete in their pest catching tub, so I changed it when making the actual pages. Luckily, I didn't need to change the paneling, more just what was in the panels. This chapter took me so long because it got to the point where I was just so unmotivated. It was this weird feeling of wanting it to be completed so badly but not wanting to hunker down and do it. Every time I did, I went into emergency mode drawing really fast. I wonder why. Chapter 3 was completed, and I decided to change gears and thumbnail the rest of the comic, which shouldn't have taken this long, especially considering Chapter 5 was tiny. Still managed to take me an hour though. Thumbnailing is equally frustrating and an interesting challenge to me since I need to sit there and decide the best sequence to convey a scene. And you want variation between pages so it stays interesting. It's like a puzzle. I enjoy it, but also know it takes me a while. All up, I only thumbnailed 10 pages, and the only reason it took me so long is probably because I got lost staring at a wall or something. I got to work on chapter 4. This one was interesting. If I was more committed and had more time, there could have been some really cool shots, since in this chapter, Felix ends up stuck on a high-rise as a window cleaner.
The whole premise is that Felix gets stuck and Dale and John need to save him.
We spent the past 3 chapters introducing these characters, now we get to see them all together in a situation.
Ideally, if this was a series that just went on forever, it would just be these 3 getting into random absurd situations trying to find a new job or purpose to be passionate about. So this chapter is the main premise of the hypothetical series.
This is also the chapter where Bryce made me draw this? No, I will not elaborate for you. You will learn later. I think a piece of my soul died when I drew this, but that's what I get for letting a teenager write this story. And 7 hours later, the whole comic was completed. Chapter 5 was just 2 pages wrapping up the story and explaining the moral I came up with based on the idea.
That she made me add.
I just think it's better to have a meaning to the story, you know, it was right there. But anyway, with the actual comic completed, I had an extra 2 hours to make a banner and a front cover. The banner took me around an hour since I had to do all the measurements and hope it fits to the site I planned to post on, plus I added all the grey and a little bit of colour. Oh yeah, might as well mention now, the title of the series is That Time I Quit My Boring Job to Get an Interesting Life. Bryce came up with it and said it was non-negotiable. It was a lot of fun trying to fit the whole title in both the banner and the cover. Also, I know the colours are pretty bland, but give me a break, I'm terrible at colour. By this point, I was in crunch. I created the final chapter cover for chapter 5 that I hadn't made at the start. It was really simple and only took me like 10-15 minutes. I then went on to the cover that gave me some serious grief. I was originally gonna have Felix like falling through the air, a bit of chaos, you know? But I didn't really like how the sketch came out, and I wanted to place more emphasis on his face, since that's more eye-catching. So I tried this thing where he was grabbing the screen, didn't really like it, so I decided to thumbnail some ideas until I landed on one I actually liked. I did one where he was leaning against a wall with the title. I liked having the title on something, which led me to Felix at his desk with the title displayed on his computer. I was quite happy with how it came out. His hands kinda but other than that, I feel like it commands attention pretty well. This is why we thumbnail. With the last 20 minutes I went through all the pages to make sure there wasn't anything too egregious or things I'd forgotten. I quickly fixed any mistakes, and with that, my time was up. By hour 24, we had a full, exactly 30-page comic. Doesn't that just feel nice? Along with chapter covers, a main cover, and a banner. Pretty good if I do say so myself. And with that, this is That Time I Quit My Boring Desk Job to Find an Interesting Life.
Today, I woke up sad. This morning, I ate my breakfast sad. This morning, I drove to work sad. Then I worked sad. I drank water sad. And finally, I ate lunch sad. I don't know where I went wrong. Back in high school, I was popular. Guess I peaked. I wanted to be a famous tennis player. I was actually really good until I lost. My girlfriend left me. My friends hated me. I lost everything that day. Worst of all, it all happened on my graduation day, and that's how I ended up here. No more. I'm done with my boring life. I'm gonna have fun. I quit! I'm never coming back here again. This morning, I woke up confused. I'm late for work! Wait a minute. I quit my job. Shut up, no one cares. What should I do? Maybe I could finally pursue my dream. No, I can't do this! Who is that guy? This might be more my speed. Hey, newbie, let's go. What? Me? Who are you? Just a former desk jockey. What's going on here?
Oh my goodness, it's like the greatest pickleball player in the universe, Dale!
Hey you! You look pretty good. Face me at pickleball. But this is my first time playing, and from what I've heard, you're the best in the universe. I need to continue to prove my status by crushing you, rookie. Ha! Wow, I'll admit, You're pretty good. No one has ever taken me to match point before. Is this really the only place this guy's ever played? He doesn't seem that good. Alright, hit me! Let's do this! Dale wins 11-0! Hey man, you were really good back there. Mind if I ask what brought you to play pickleball? Well, I quit my job, and I'm trying to find something fun to do as work. Wow! That's inspiring! Well, being the best at pickleball in the universe isn't only boring, but it also doesn't pay well, and I want some cash. So, from now on, I'll search for my passion with you! Okay, if you want to. Yay! We're gonna be best friends! Hey, this is the first friend I've had in 10 years. Oh, hi Dale. Hey bro, how are ya? What are you doing, and also, how'd you find my home? Duh, I followed you, silly. Then I realized I forgot my stuff, so I had to go get it. Oh, do you mind if I crash here? What? No way, you can't stay here. Thanks man, you're such a good friend. Well, I guess you won't take no for an answer. Morning, bro. Do you like egg? What are you doing? What do you think? I'm making breakfast. Oh, wow. Yeah, I get that a lot. You sure your passion isn't being a chef? No, it's too easy. Now eat up. An exterminator job? Maybe we could do this. Heck yeah, let's go! But I want to finish my breakfast. Nope, no time. You got the job. Now, this is your first assignment. Oh yeah, and sign these. I'm not signing that. But I didn't write that. Man, this place reeks! What do you expect? It's a sewer, dummy. Hey, why are you being so mean? Because the stench is super annoying. Well, damn, my bad. There's a rat! Kill it! Oh, hello. Ah! What is that thing? I don't know, but I don't want to die! Hey, why are you running? I'm not gonna eat you. Liar! Don't be scared, I won't hurt you. What are you doing? If I die today, I'll die fighting! For so long, I've been afraid to leave my comfort zone. And if I'm being honest, I'm not actually the best pickleball player in the universe! I knew it. But no longer will I cower away from risk. That's why I followed you on this journey, Felix. You inspire me! So beast, I'm going to fight you and take you down! What the? Ow! 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 Are you okay, buddy? I have pretty tough skin, if you can still call it that. Wait, are you a human? Yeah, my name's John. A little while back, I fell into the sewer and emerged as this monster. Man, that's terrible. Have you ever left the sewer since then? No, I'm too afraid. People will see me and cower in fear. What? No, that's not true. No one really cares about what's going on around them. No one will even notice. That's not true. And even if I were to come back to the surface, I wouldn't have anywhere to live. Wait, no. You can stay at mine and Felix's house. There's plenty of room for you. Really? No. Okay, whatever. Why not? This is weird. I haven't even got a filthy look yet. Just probably think you're a cosplayer. Huh? That thing almost killed me! Don't be stupid, you're fine! Stupid, that's it, I quit! See if I care. Wait, no, come back, I was joking! Damn, I'm not getting on that thing, I'll die. Hey you look jobless. Why don't you work for me? What? No, I'm okay. You get 12 an hour, be careful! Something isn't right. Ah! Felix is missing. He's not here. Not here.
Give me your money.
He's not here. How did we even get up here? I can't find him anywhere. Found him. Help! We need to save him! Use your wings! Well, I'm kinda scared of flying. Are you kidding me? Okay, we'll get to the roof by the stairs. We're coming, bro! How do we get down there? What the hell are you doing? Look away! Climb down this. But didn't that shoot from... No time to argue, just go! Quick, it's gonna fall! I'm almost there, buddy. Don't worry, I gotcha. Ah! No! Oh no. How'd you get here so quick? I teleported. What? Dale, no. Are you okay? Yep, that can broke my fall. How? Alright, let's head home. That was enough job hunting for today. I wasn't even looking for a job. Well, that was a big day, huh? Yeah, I think I'm done job hunting. I think it's time for me to go back to work. Wait! No! This can't be! Don't worry, you guys can still live here. It's just the rent's due. Anyway, I'm gonna get to bed. Night, fellas. Good night. I want my job back!
I knew you'd come crawling back.
You know, over my time away from work, I realize I can still have... Don't care, get back to work. But what about my moral? Whatever. So did you get your old job back? Yeah, I did. Because I realized that I can still have fun while also having my boring job. No, that's stupid. Just quit. What? But I just had such a great moral! Well, I'm going to bed. What? It's only 5:23. Well, gotta end the manga somehow. What's with all the fourth wall breaking? Guess the author thinks it's funny. Anyway, I'm going to bed too. This is the worst ending ever.
This was an insane challenge, for me anyway. Counting all up, I did 238 drawings, including each comic panel, the covers, and the banner, all in a total of 24 hours. I didn't think I had it in me, but I guess I did. While Bryce was only part of the process for a brief moment, it was nice having him there to write and check up on what I was doing. I was glad I could bring his ideas to life, even if it was with ugly, rushed drawings. Anything you want to say, Bri?
1K likes and we'll make a bonus chapter. And, follow my YouTube channel.
Which reminds me, if you want to read this on your own for some reason, I've put it up on Namikomi the same time I'm posting this. And if not, feel free to follow me there anyway. I've had my own comic project in the works for a while that I plan to start posting there when it's ready. And that's everything. Thanks for sticking this long. Have a wonderful day.
My manga is coming out in 2027. It's called Fortnite in real life.